Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today I've got some exciting news and you are going to jump out of your chairs for joy and be like, whoa baby, this kid is on fire. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Let me tell you, the excitement level for me right now is at an all-time high. Things have been going pretty good. I'm starting to see the gains from the gym. I am starting to hang out more with my friends. I have a new group of friends I've been hanging out with. I have been having some amazing cake because it's been people's birthdays. And before I continue on with this, let's give a huge shout out to my grandma who has turned 94 today. I love you, Grandma. You're the best. Dinner was fantastic. It was probably, this is going to be Friday when this video comes out. On Thursday, I love you. I had my uncle come over. He didn't get a Carvel cake, folks. He did not get a Carvel cake, and it was pretty funny. Everybody was disappointed. My dad, my brother, me, my mom. My grandma didn't care so much, but they could have stopped for the Carvel. We had this, I'm going on a tangent, but it has to be talked about. They get like a regular vanilla cake. They probably picked it up from, I don't know where it was from. But it did have some jimmies on it, so I guess you can give that a plus or a minus. My brother was a big fan of the jimmies, and my mom. Me, on the other hand, I'm not a big Jimmy fan. If I'm going to get anything, I'm going to try to get like a chocolate or something else on, you know, my ice cream or my cake and shit like that. But on a scale between 1 and 10, I'm going to have to give this cake a 4. I do have a piece of the cake still here, but I brought it back for the one guy over behind me. So I'm not going to do an 8 Minutes with Aaron taste test and show you guys. Plus, I did get some feedback that some people don't like that SM, whatever that shit is, when people eat. They don't like the chewing and shit on film. So I'll try to reduce that as much as I can. But I think I only put out a food video even here and there, so you can just fast forward or put it on silent, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm talking about. You know the guy I'm talking about. Anyway, once again, Grandma, happy 94th. I love you, and I will see you next week for dinner. So anyway, back to why everything is so exciting. Now, yesterday, Thursday, was the Funko New York Comic Con lottery booth where, not a lottery booth, lottery is the wrong term to use. You jump into one of those queues, a little man runs through on a little treadmill, John, and if you are lucky enough to get through before time runs out or before the slots are filled, you get to pick a certain time when you can go to the Funko booth. Now, you already know that I have frontline access. Flink, flink. Funko did not write me back yet, so I'm going to have to get back to them. I was just like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to try. Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I was a little nervous and freaking out just a tiny bit because I know how these things work. There are people who have cook groups on Discord or whatever, and they get you that bypass link, and a lot of people who are paying these $30, $40 membership fees, they're jumping right ahead of you, right to the back door. They're getting their tickets, and they're saying, screw you, you regular people who are trying on their own. So I didn't have much faith in what was going to happen yesterday. So I went online, I did beep, beep, beep. I said, you know what? I already got the front line. I'm just going to get one entry. One entry in a website. Left that website up. I chilled back in my chair. I was talking to my boy on Instagram. I was like, I know you're not going to New York Comic Con. You know, I'll get you the Spider Demon Slayer thing like that. And then it happened. 12 o'clock, my little dude made some movement. I'm like, whoa, little dude made some movement. So I'm like, okay, maybe everybody else's little dude's making some movement too. Let's not get too crazy. And then the guy kept moving. He was moving. And I'm like, whoa, like, is this really going to happen? Am I going to get actually through a line? So, folks, I got through. Oh, I got through all right. I got through, and you know what happened when I got through? It said some kind of error, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, however, I did some research the day prior, and it actually happened to someone else who had the VIP access. So I was like, all right, well, if I got to restart in line, I'm probably going to be stuck in the back, and there's no way I'm going to get through again, so this is going to be bullshit. I'm going to be complaining. I'm going to have to take a pic, try to call these people up. Nothing's going to happen. I hit refresh. Boom! Right through, baby. Typed in my information. Boop, 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 boop. I saw the times on the side. There was 10 to 11. I think there's a 12 to 1 and a 2 to 3. And after that, there's like a standby line. You can stand by and try to get your Funko Pops and shit like that. Luckily for me, there were many times. Actually, there was all these time slots available for the day I was going. And I picked that sumbitch 10 o'clock. Because once I go in that line on the front, I'm going to go through. And then I'll be like, listen, I got another pape. Let me get another round, baby. Let me get another round. So I got 2 fresh, delicious line passes for Comic-Con. Right? So that's amazing. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's great. And then here's the next part. You know, this is a little kicker here. If I get all these Funko Pops, I have no idea how I'm going to bring them back. Now, I could drive all the way to New York, park my car. It's going to be expensive. I'm going to be tired. It's like a 2+ hour drive. Driving in the morning sucks ass. And then I know last time I drove down there, there was like a walk. But there's a mega bus somewhere around there that's sort of like across the street from the Javits Center. So I tried to look up online where the bus drops you off. And it kept saying some kind of different New York Port Authority kind of shit. So I have no idea where the hell this bus drops you off at now. So now I got to call tomorrow, find out this information, and figure out where this mega bus is. Because if not, I do have people I know in New York who can send all this shit back to me and stuff like that. But I'd rather unload it while I'm at Comic-Con. So hopefully, if anybody, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to give you a for, you know, retail price and shit like that. But for the things I don't want at Comic-Con, you are more than welcome to shoot me a little message at that comment section. And I can get back to you and tell you, hey, once they officially drop, I can see what I can officially pick up for you guys. That's just what I'm saying. I'm a nice guy. Sometimes. You caught me in a good mood. Things are going very well for me. So I figure I can give back to the community. Well, I mean, look, how many people watch 8 Minutes with Aaron anyway? Just a handful. So I don't think I'm going to be that bum rushed. So overall, let's give this sumbitch day an up or down. Since we're technically saying Thursday is this day. Funko line, Funko booth thing, you are getting an up. Let's hope that for San Diego Comic-Con, there's going to be enough tickets for me to get VIP, because I do want to go back down there. And I'm going to say for my grandma's birthday, happy 94th again, I love you. You are getting an up as well. And I'm also going to give an up to my cousin Robbie, who sent my grandma some candy and shit like that. Love you, cousin Robbie. And Dad, of course, for dinner, the salmon, everything, the potato. I love you too, Dad. You are getting an up as well. Uncle Brian, you wrote that shitty-ass cake. You are getting it down. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we talk about more stuff, more things, and, of course, more of me. See you next time. Bye-bye.